Greetings, I'm Eric with Your Essential Practice. For this week's Divinely Guided Rune reading, we have a bunch of astrological transits occurring, but none of them are super significantly major. However, as usual, I have all the information in the description box down below. So please do not forget to check that out if you're a little lost during these rune reading videos. Now, thank you to everyone who hung in there with me this last week while I recovered from illness. Hopefully that major rune reading that I did last week for the collective sufficed, but for now, let's get back into the rhythm and the flow of your zodiac weekly divinely guided rune reading. Here we go. Woo! Greetings, Pisces, and welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. Let's jump right on in and get your rune for the energetic pass. Here we have Lagus. Lagus means lake, sea, water, flow. This is also nicknamed the Divine Feminine's rune. So in your energetic pass here, you could be in aspects of going within for some divine feminine healing work. Now, this is healing intuition, healing your creative centers. Now, this is a lot of work. This is also a good reminder, too, that we all have aspects of the divine feminine and the divine masculine within all of us. So please take what resonates here and leave what doesn't. We'll get a lot more clarity as the rune reading here continues, but you could have been called into an aspect of your emotional healing or having some emotional fulfillment healing, a lot of intuition, like affirmation, like happening in your life, like things just falling into place that affirm and increase your intuition, or like, yeah, I'm really thankful I made that decision. Here's why. And here's everything that's happening and all the synchronicities in my life that prove it. This is like that flow that you're recognizing and being a part of, Pisces. And it's super nice that you're in that sort of divine feminine healing aspect in your energetic past, because you're going into the now, which is in Odin's rune. Okay, so this is something that's deliberately hidden from you, or you already know. You're subconsciously blocking it, or it's hidden from you. This is indicative of the patch that covers Odin's eye. So Odin gave up that eye for knowledge. So we're going to definitely get some clarity on this from a completely different rune set at the very end of the rune reading. So I'll keep you in suspense until then, but I like this in the now position and not in the now influences, not in the now advice. When this is just overall like, yeah, it's just whatever's happening now is happening now. That's a beautiful way to be, just surrendering to that unknown of, yeah, now is now. And I'm not overthinking about today. I'm not overthinking about yesterday. I'm not overthinking about tomorrow. And I recognize that now is now. And this too. All in flow. I really like that. I hope that you're really addressing it in that sort of an aspect where it's in divine flow for you. If this is still a mystery, we will definitely, again, like I said, get that clarity at the very end. So at your energetic near future, we have Manas. Manas is the rune of mankind. This is recognizing what goes around, comes around. This is a lot of recognition of other energies in your life. This is one clan flag and it's facing another clan flag. So this incites a definition of other than. This isn't necessarily a bad or a good thing. This isn't necessarily inviting this energy in or setting up a defense for it. A lot of times this is an addition to. Whatever it is, this is grounded energy, grounded energy. So they're meeting you in a grounded way, whoever or whatever this energy is. So whenever these runes go straight off, the rune here, they are very grounded in energy. When they go straight up, it's very divinely connected. This is like a divine download, like intuition, still very divinely connected. Okay. In your energetic influence, we have Sawilo. Interesting. So you've been having a lot of healing, a lot of fulfillment, a lot of emotional like completion feeling, where you're feeling very blessed and fortunate to be where you are right now. Very much in gratitude, but very much also shining your light onto anyone and everyone without reservation. That's the whole message there, is to make sure you're doing this without discernment or reservation or judgment, right? The sun's light shines on everybody and everything. Doesn't care who, what, when, where, why. It just does what it does. This is what you are energetically called to do as well, embodying that beautiful, radiant, successful energy that you've been experiencing. You want to carry that through, and you know that this is going to shift a little bit of who you are in the collective. I have a feeling that this is really tied to an emotional decision that you made, not so much in your recent past, but that led to something, a culmination of events happening in your recent past that have you feeling emotionally fulfilled going into the now, that have you feeling like your affirmed intuition going into the now. But something here, I think, is causing this maybe a second guessing kind of energy, or a mental block. Let's see what your advice is for this. Your advice, yeah, is clarity. Transmute from night into day. This is Dagon's an irreversible rune, a lot like Sawilo here. This is sun's light. This is the sun's light as well. This is the transmutation from night into day. That infinite clarity, right, of the hourglass tipped on its side, that aha moment, that beautiful intuition carried through into like overdrive into the now. So right now, be in your transmutation kind of energies. This is letting the metamorphosis occur so you can emerge like this butterfly from your chrysalis, so you can eventually become that clan flag, accepting another clan flag in your future. So this Dagas, this is like the temperance card in tarot. Knowing that you have the ability, the power to do this at any time, really, is a beautiful place and position to be in, but don't abuse it. Don't waste it, don't squander it, because this is a window of opportunity for that clarity. All right, it's nice to have it while it lasts. Yes, we have other things to do, other thoughts, feelings, and emotions, but this is calling us to be focusing more on the transmutation, the alchemy of what we ourselves are going through interpersonally, and at the same time, because everyone's doing this interpersonally as well, it's happening collectively, and the tribal's kind of like right in the middle of that. So this is going to really shift a lot of, oh my goodness, how do I put this? Community, no, yeah, I think community aspects in the future. Whereas this could be more of a global thing rather than a tribal recognition. This could be more of a, yeah, or just like a growth in community, or changing aspects of what community is to you. Yeah. I think this is blessed energy. Of course, I mean, if you're looking at this from an ego standpoint, you're going to be caught in this 3D definitions henceforth, and obviously you're not going into it with healed divine feminine if you're coming into it with that. So a nice healed aspect to be in. Yes, we're not forgetting about Soilo down there either. Shining its light on everybody and everything, just being your beautiful self. You've come up with a formula that seems to work for you. So, yeah, it works for you. So, what about what other people say or think or do or feel? I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. You're marching to the beat of your drum. This is beautiful. What's in your divine guided healing outcome for all of this? Interesting. Okay, we'll get rid of that set now. Interesting is why I say that is because this is Ingwas, the divine masculine's rune. So you got the divine feminine and the divine masculine here. And so with the divine masculine, these both hold space for each other, just letting you know. They both do it very similar ways, but in their own unique ways at the same time. So you have more healed sense of ego aspect. Like you've been like kind of maybe not feeling so grounded, very much in flow, very much in tune, very much in the knowing, kind of very much in the knowing, but this solidifies more of the knowing. This divine masculine's rune, Ingwas, is the fertile soil. This is where the seed is planted. Now, a lot of times you see Ingwas as the seed right there. Either way you see this with the two X's or just the diamond shape as the seed, that is accurate for the Elder Futhar. Interesting that you see Dagas in Manas here, and you also see, Ingwas echoing throughout this as well. So whenever we have this transmutation energy, whenever we're inviting and looking at these other collective labels and definitions, it is going to change us. It is going to transmute us and to the point where we're never going to be the same. True. No, you can't unthink the thought, you know? You can just move forward with it. Don't beat yourself up over this past. Don't overthink about the future. But this outcome here is coming from that place of knowing that that seed is planted in that fertile soil, in that healed ego aspect. A lot of people say, oh, you want to kill the ego. No. Okay, we don't want to kill the ego. You don't want to kill yourself, an aspect of yourself. Why would you want to do that? That's like crazy. So the ego's there as your natural defense mechanism. Okay, you want to heal that aspect. A lot of the things that are around us, society, are designed to trigger that and to gaslight us into a lot of falsehoods. So definitely what you're coming up with in this aspect, in the outcome, that fertile place of like a stoic energy, healed ego, coming from the place of knowing rather than guessing, responding rather than reacting. Somebody says, hey, how's that seed that you planted a bit ago? Oh yeah, you mean that business I planted? I started and I nourished it. Oh, it's changing and it's growing. It's flourishing. It's in fertile soil. Yeah. And you don't say that with a bit like a chip on your shoulder or anything like that. You can just say it from a nice healed stoic kind of sense, like the sun's light shining on everybody and everything. It's not bragging, it's not boasting, it just is. Beautiful balance here. Transmutation, balance, infinite balance. And I think you are ready to, I think this is an increase, but let's get this rune here first. All right. Yeah. Yep. You're looking at adding, you're looking at growing, you're looking at what's the next steps? Where's my place? Where's my definition? Is there a definition needed? You're looking for that clarity within all these other. So stop comparing yourself, first of all, to other energies. Stop comparing yourself to other energies. Stop comparing yourself to other energies. Somebody out there needed to hear that 3 times. Yes, I'm not kidding. Manas knowing your place in the world, you see this other clan flag, yeah, you see this growth potential. Yeah, now's not the time. You need to let this gestate, give yourself time to catch up with yourself. You are just like having a whole flippin' year. All right, give yourself time to catch up with yourself. The clarity is coming, and then you can move forward. Okay? I know you're growing, you're anxious, and you have a lot of this beautiful balance and clarity coming your way. But this doesn't need clarity just yet. Right? That can wait. That's why it's hidden from you. You need to be clear with numero uno, yourself. Be clear with yourself, then you can be clear with others. Beautiful. I love your reading. This is my favorite one so far. Okay, let's get a single message of clarity, a single word message of clarity from these handmade oracle cards, divinely guided. Divine, please show us a message of clarity for Pisces. What do they need to hear this week? What does Pisces need to hear? One card of clarity, please, Divine. One card of clarity, please. Oh, you want this one? Okay, thank you. Bloom. Yeah, just be you. Just bloom. Yeah, the sun's light, just remember the sun's light doesn't care who it shines, who it shines on, right? Just kind of like the flower that doesn't really care like what flower's next to it, just blooms anyway, just does what it does. You just need to do what you need to do. You just need to do you. Yeah, that's a long way of saying, look, you're celebrating your balance, you're being reaffirmed, Divine's giving you all of the assurance in the world right now. Yeah, what you make out of this is 100% up to you, whether you're going to expand, see this as a defense or an expansion. But I think what you're looking for is more that definition for yourself, and you're going to get that, but don't be in such a hurry with getting that, right? Be patient with the changes that you're going through because you are blooming. Realize very soon that you've been in fertile soil this whole time. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.